Hello, and welcome to the May installment of Construction Junction, presented to you by MSU Infrastructure Planning and Facilities. If you have any comments or questions concerning this presentation, or have suggestions on how we might improve, please let us know via the feedback box on the Construction Junction webpage located at the address on the screen. We thank you in advance for helping us improve your experience. The agenda for the May presentation will begin with updates on which projects are going to the next two Board of Trustees meetings. We will then have an overview of the various road repaving and parking lot restriping projects. Next will be an overview of new projects, including the Business College Complex Pavilion and Hubbard Hall masonry and window replacement. Lastly, we will have updates on the following projects: solar carports, 1855 Place, Breslin Center upgrades, Spartan Stadium South End Zone addition, and lighting installation at the stadium. Beginning with the June BOT meeting, the projects going to the board will be, for Step 2, authorization to proceed, Wilson Road Extension, Olin Health Center Student Health, and Wharton Center seat replacement. Moving on to the September BOT meeting, the projects going to the board will include, for Step 2, authorization to proceed, Communication Arts and Sciences roof replacement. We begin this month's presentation with an overview of summer road and parking lot construction projects. Here you see an overview map of those road sections that will be repaved during the period mid-May through early June. And here's a graphic showing the parking areas that are scheduled for restriping during the period from May 30th through June 9th, and the areas scheduled for restriping during the period May 30th through July 21st. If you have any questions or concerns about any of the summer repaving or parking lot restriping projects, contact the project manager, Matt Fahrenbach. We now have a presentation on the project to construct a pavilion addition to the Business College Complex. The Business College Complex is located in the Central Academic District at the corner of Bogue Street and Shaw Lane. The Broad MBA program is nationally ranked. However, the facility which currently houses the program hampers recruitment of top-rated students and faculty, restricts learning activities and curricular innovations, and lacks the quality and quantity of space needed to increase competitiveness with peer institutions. The goal of the project is to create a new pavilion addition that will house the MBA program. This new facility will help foster an academic ecosystem that uses technology and collaborative spaces to train future business leaders, including engaging students with corporate executives, employers, and alumni. The scope of the project will include demolition of the west wing of the Epley Center, construction of a new 100,000 square foot, 3-story structure with pedestrian walkways to the Epley Center and the North Business College Complex. The pavilion will include classrooms, teaching labs, program offices, career management offices, interview facilities, student interaction spaces, multi-purpose spaces, and a variety of amenities. The facility will create a new identity for the college, integrate with the existing business complex to create a unified facility, create an iconic presence and a prominent entrance to the college, and make best use of the site and encourage connections to the riverside. Impacts to the campus community will include coordination of construction work and hours with adjacent buildings to minimize disturbance, and development of a site logistics plan that will address safety of pedestrians, site fencing, sidewalk, and construction traffic in and out of the site. Construction is scheduled to begin this June and is scheduled for completion in July of 2019. Here is a current aerial view of the existing site conditions and a site plan showing the location of the new pavilion in relation to the existing structures. Here you see the construction's logistics plan that indicates pedestrian and traffic impacts. The ground floor of the new facility will include a multi-purpose room, cafe, entrepreneurship lab, student lounge, team rooms, and flat classrooms. The first floor will include informal seating, the career management suite, program offices, and an interview suite. And the second floor will include the MBA lounge, tiered classrooms, a real classroom, MBA core classrooms, informal seating, the team effectiveness lab, team rooms, and flat classrooms. Here you see a rendering of the atrium area from the first floor, a rendering of the entry plaza of the new pavilion, and a view of the North Terrace and Great Lawn areas. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Business College Complex Pavilion can be directed to the design representative, Amr Abdelazim. Next, we have an overview of the 2017 phase of the Hubbard Hall Masonry and Window Replacement Project. Hubbard Hall is located in the East Residential District. This project is necessary to restore the structural integrity of the masonry building envelope that has serious structural problems. Building windows will also be replaced during the masonry restoration. The 2000 phase is part of a 4-year project to repair masonry around the entire facility. Impacts to the campus community will include limited use of Hubbard Hall to one living wing each summer of the project. Construction will begin this month and will be complete in July. Phase 3 of the project will be completed in July of 2018, with the final Phase 4 completion the summer of 2019. Here you see some of the issues that have developed over the years in the masonry envelope that will be addressed during the restoration. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Hubbard Hall Masonry and Window Replacement Project can be directed to the construction representative, Carol Kuhl. We now have updates on major ongoing projects, beginning with the solar carport project. This project involves several parking lots throughout South Campus. Accomplishments during the month of April include continued installation of the micropile foundations in Lot 89, commencement of foundation installation in Lot 91, and receiving of carport canopies for Lot 89. Impacts to the campus community during May include reduced parking availability in the designated lots. Here you see an artist's rendering of the completed carport structures at the commuter parking lot, and another street-level view of the completed solar arrays. Installation of the pilings for attachment of the carport structure to the existing lot surface is in progress. Here you see a view of some of the completed piling installations and a view of the micropiles ready for installation of the carport canopies. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the solar array carport project can be directed to the construction representative, Chris Barnes. Next, we have an update on the 1855 Place project. This project is located in the Northwest Residential Mixed-Use Districts at the former site of the Michigan State Police Post. Accomplishments during the month of April include substantial completion of the interior of 2 more single student housing units, beginning of finishing work on the first floor of the office and retail building, resumption of site work, landscaping, and concrete paving, continued delivery of appliances and furniture for the single student apartment units, and starting of metal panel installation on the office and retail buildings. There are no additional impacts expected during the month of May. Exterior work on the office structure continues, along with masonry work on the mixed-use tower portion. Here you see delivery of materials to the upper floors of the mixed-use structure. A view of the east side of the office and mixed-use structures showing work in progress, and a view of the work being done on the west side of the structure. Exterior work on the student apartment unit end caps continues. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the 1855 Place project can be directed to the project representative, Andy Linebaugh. Next, we have an update on the work that is being done as part of the Breslin Student Events Center Facility Upgrades Project. The Breslin Center is located in the Athletic and Recreation District. Accomplishments during the month of April include placement of the Magic Johnson statue in its new permanent location, electric chillers being put online, and demolition of existing restrooms and concession areas at the southwest and southeast concourse. Impacts expected during the month of May will include reduction of capacity of the southern concourse areas, southern concessions and restrooms being put offline, and the Hall of History gate will be egress only for events. Here you see the project construction plan for the period May 1 through May 29th, indicating those areas of the facility that will be offline. Exterior work on the Hall of History continues, as well as interior work in the new facility. Interior finishes are in progress in the new restroom areas. Here you see preparation of the exterior of the new Hall of History for glass installation, and the installation of glass panels in progress. The Magic Johnson statue was moved to its new permanent location on April 27th. For those of you who would like to follow the progress of construction on this project, please check out the live webcam site at the address on the screen. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Breslin Center Facility Upgrades project can be directed to the construction representative, Jason Van Zee. Next, we have an update on the South End Zone addition at Spartan Stadium. Spartan Stadium is located in the Athletic and Recreation District. Accomplishments during the month of April include completion of the exterior masonry walls, the underground plumbing and electrical utilities, as well as the concrete slabs. Installation of the prefabricated plumbing carriers and piping is underway. Impacts expected during the month of May will include restriction of access to the south of the stadium, pedestrian detours around the construction site, and temporary reduction in parking capacity in Lot 79. Here is a view of the completed exterior walls of the addition, and another shot of the west end of the addition. Interior restroom areas are currently in construction, as well as the concrete foundations for the new gate areas. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the South End Zone Addition project can be directed to the construction representative, Jason Van Zee. Lastly, we have an update on the project to install permanent field lighting at Spartan Stadium. Spartan Stadium is located in the Athletic and Recreation District. Accomplishments during the month of April include installation of the caissons for the northeast and southeast light poles, installation of the structural steel for the lighting on the west tower, and completion of roof patching at the west tower. Impacts expected during June will include sidewalk closures and pedestrian detours on the west side of the stadium, and closure of the access drive on the east side of the stadium. Here you see installation of the caisson for the northeast light pole, and construction of the anchor bolts for the light poles. If you would like further information about this project, visit the construction.msu.edu webpage. Specific questions regarding the Spartan Stadium field lighting project can be directed to the construction representative, Jason Van Zee. This concludes the May Construction Junction presentation. We encourage you to visit the Infrastructure Planning Facilities website at www.ipf.msu.edu. There you will find information on construction and maintenance alerts, detour information, construction junction information, project, and contact information. There are also a number of other IPF resources available, including listservs that you can subscribe to keep up to date with various IPF events and projects. Stay connected with IPF via social media. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, watch our videos on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. Construction Junction presentations will be made available on the CJ website around the 7th of each month. We thank you for taking the time to check us out, and we hope you'll visit again.